All right, welcome to the Avid Dreams podcast. I am your boy JASHAR.
Chanel. I haven't been saying my name for the past couple of times, so I was like, I'm gonna take it.
Give it to me. What's up? How you doing today?
This is the Avid Dreams podcast. I like.
She like, this is my show now, B.
I'm straight. How are you?
I'm good. I'm actually really tired.
Really?
But I'm doing pretty good. I just came from his birthday party today, and so much good food. They was barbecuing. They had like a little water park, so the kids went over there and got wet and stuff. And then they had music banging, but it was super hot and the sun was beating down. We was in the shade, but like, I was chasing the babies around and stuff, so your boy was sweating.
That's what's up.
So, I just got some of my energy kind of taken from me from, the heat coming down. But, it was good. It was a good time, though. The food was good. You know what I'm saying?
My man was in a heat wave.
Yeah. How about you?
Nothing much. I know I was getting like, how you usually having those random moods where you just get upset out of nowhere and then like you feel like you're finna just all of a sudden.
Yeah.
That's what I was like today, but I'm gonna see my friend today, so I'm excited about that. We're gonna chill and kick it, so.
That's what's up.
Yeah.
That's what's up. You know what? We gonna get right into it. All right. Mm-hmm. First thing on the board is today the 20th.
Yes.
Yesterday was Juneteenth. It's a big thing. It's now a federal holiday. This was just announced by President Biden, and
which is so annoying because corporate America is not gonna catch up with it. How long it took? Like he did it right before. Like, bruh, you didn't even give us a chance to get that Friday off work, bro.
Yeah.
I'm salty about that, but that's dope that he passed it though. I'm sorry, I didn't mean to interrupt.
Yeah, honestly, I'm feeling real good about it. I'm happy that, we have it. But there's been a lot of hate in like the media about it.
Right.
And just a lot of hate, people just saying like, okay, they just trying to quiet up us black people, you know what I'm saying? So they just giving us like some crumbs when we could be getting like the whole loaf and all that stuff. And I understand what people saying, but it's like people don't want to take a W, you know what I'm saying? Even if it's a small W in your eyes, you know what I'm saying?
Right.
I feel like this is a big W, because last year we didn't have a Juneteenth. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like we brought a lot of awareness to it with like the all the protests and stuff, but I don't know, we didn't have that last year, so it felt really good that, the president signed that and made that a federal holiday, and, hopefully by next year, we can get a free day off.
I know.
Day off.
I know this year is the first time I got MLK Day off. And of course, I feel like a lot of this is obviously fueled by the riots and stuff that went on last year,
mm-hmm.
and the stuff that's still ongoing, and we all know what's going on today.
Protests.
Right. And
protests.
I'm sorry, protests. I didn't mean to say riot.
Mm.
In my head, like when I'm studying social studies and stuff, they're like synonymous.
Mm-hmm.
But riot is a little bit more violent, so
yeah.
Protest is correct. The politically correct word. So yeah, we got MLK Day off, and then I agree, like we do need a lot more because they did pass the anti-Asian hate bill or law, whatever, too.
Mm-hmm.
And they haven't been as quick to do that for anti-black laws, which I completely agree with.
Right.
But I also agree with the fact that it seems that no kind of W really, not saying suffices because it doesn't suffice, it just doesn't at the end of the day.
Right.
But it is a W.
Right.
And also another W that I kind of had beef with on social media was everybody kind of putting down us getting our first vice president black person.
Yeah.
And everybody had everything to say about that. And it's like, although it shouldn't exactly always have to be baby steps, I feel like, I think it's worth it to take your W's because of where we come from, because Martin Luther King and all movements going on wasn't that long ago if you think about it.
Right.
So it's still like a struggle to this day, but I agree. Like I think we should take the little W's too, and also keep fighting for the big W's that we want.
100%.
They should be passed, but we don't have very much control over what's going on. So,
exactly. Exactly.
But yeah,
I feel like,
happy Juneteenth, you guys.
Yeah, I feel like happy Juneteenth, 100%. I feel like people during the civil rights times, they'd have been super happy to have like a Juneteenth. You know what I'm saying? They'd be like, what?
And I think the biggest difference is that they were living through it.
Right.
So a big, like when I say living through, I mean living through all of the terrible things that were going on with blacks back in the 60s and all of that stuff. And then even before that with slavery and all the things that were going on, right? Mm-hmm. They were there for that. So their high appreciation for it has to, is directly correlating to their experiences that they were going through at the time. Mm-hmm. Granted, we're still going through bad experiences now, terrible experiences now. I think it was obviously a lot more escalated back in the day.
Right.
And so I think the reception would be a lot different if we were talking people back then. Right. But yeah, like I said, we don't have a lot of control over it. It's going to be, unfortunately, up to us to figure out how to come together and try to get, the reparations that we want, and, obviously anti-hate laws passed, and there's so many different pieces to the conversation there that we, are fighting for. It's going to take some time, unfortunately. But yeah, definitely a W, Juneteenth being called a federal holiday. I think it's dope, and I think everybody will start treating it a little bit more seriously now, because you have an isolated day. Obviously, everybody's going to be paying attention to it. Would it be an isolated holiday now? I get the day off. I know it's small, but it's also big in a way too. So
I wish we could hear like more of the civil rights activists' voices from back then,
right?
About how they feel now. But unfortunately, social media is a young man's game, so we don't get to hear a lot of their voices.
Yeah, for sure.
But yeah, it would be nice to hear something like that.
100%. But yeah. So there's just been a lot of a lot of stuff going on. I know we have a lot of black on black hatred that also occurs as well. Kind of like leads into an exchange that happened between the baby and Megan Thee Stallion.
Yes.
On Twitter.
Yes.
Basically, the baby was tweeting about his and Tory Lanez's experience on getting no charges, basically, on violence. And then it just kind of blew up from there. Party put his hand into it. Obviously, Megan replied and had some things to say too. What do you have to think? What do you say about it? You have any?
Yeah, somebody had tweeted something about the baby. I guess the baby and Tory Lanez is cool now because they both beat shooting people charges or something like that.
Assault, yeah.
Yeah, assault charges, and then the baby retweeted it, but then the baby came out and said that he never tweeted it, and then he showed like a whole video of him trying to undo the retweet, and it's like it wasn't working for a while. So he was saying like, yo, I never tweeted this, blah blah blah. Then the Shade Room got involved, and then they posting about it, and then he was like, this not even my beef, you know what I'm saying? Right. And then it kind of spiraled from there, Megan coming out, and she had a problem with that, you know what I'm saying? She said something like along the lines of, we talked privately about this, and it seemed like you ain't being real about the whole situation. And they just kind of went back and forth with the whole thing. Mm-hmm. So like, honestly, I feel like the baby was right and wrong in the situation. Because, he's been doing a lot of songs with Megan Thee Stallion. Right. You know what I'm saying? And obviously what's going on in the news is that Tory shot her. So you would think that he would side with her, you know what I'm saying? Based on like the way, everybody does like, you with me or you with nobody, that type of deal. Mm. But at the end of the day, Tory's been getting hot again, and he hit him up for a track. And one thing that the baby said is that like, I'm not a part of the beef, so why would I lose money in feeding my kids? You know what I'm saying? Doing a collaboration with Tory Lanez, which I understand, like it was a good career move. But I feel like it was a good career move, but maybe a bad friend move.
Agree. And also, it comes into play where I'm like, maybe he has a more developed friendship with Tory. I don't know. Obviously, none of us can know about any of the things back in the background, but I kind of don't understand why she didn't talk to him about that stuff in private too, if they do have a friendship.
Yeah, kept it private. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
She said that I had talked to you about this in private, and then like I guess whatever came out, which happened to be an accident according to him. But then she decided to just address it in front of the entire nation, and I was just like, I don't feel like that was the best way to go about it.
I feel like she. Never mind.
Go ahead, go off.
Nah, because I'm not. Y'all know I'm not a Meg fan. So I mean, even though it is violence against women, I'm completely against that. But
100%.
I'm not really a big Meg fan.
100%.
And I think she could have kept that in the background. And I still got beef with her about not backing up Cardi B with the WAP song. So
right.
She could have been public about that too. But
yeah, I don't know about
in her defense, she's collaborated with the baby lots. Yeah. So I mean, I can see how it could be kind of hurt her feelings, and she feels some type of way about it. But I think she should have addressed that.
Yeah,
if that's her friend, address it in the background. Cardi, like, she got you a Grammy. You should have been front and center fighting with her, just like Justin Timberlake and Janet Jackson. Because Cardi caught a lot of flack for WAP. Mm-hmm. And I know people are like, this is two different conversations, but what we're talking about is conversations and what you decide to put your foot in that is outside of the music or outside of the entertainment. Yeah. That kind of goes around it, and it kind of goes, you know, how Cardi had like back and forth with lots of people, including, what's her name, Candace Owens and all that stuff. Yeah, Candace Owens. I didn't see Meg in that situation either, so it's like, I don't know how she picks and chooses her battles. Right. But I mean, she just doesn't have to do another DaBaby song, but she got a full ass Grammy off of the WAP. You can back up Cardi the whole time. I was talking to you about that before. I never said it on the show, but I had this whole thing where I'm like, y'all should be mad at her just like y'all was mad at Justin Timberlake, even though he is a white man. I get the whole situation, da 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 da. Mm-hmm. But you feel me? Like, I just feel like she could have just dressed that in the background. Still was trash at DaBaby to retweet. I get it. Like, I completely agree with her in that respect. I don't know. And it just seemed like such a, I don't know. We just could have kept in the background if y'all cool like that.
She definitely should have had Cardi B's back with that, because, you know, she was as much a part of that song as Cardi was. 100%. Even if Cardi was the title name on the song, like, she was the other half of that song.
100%.
So it's kind of messy, and, you know, we still haven't gotten like the full true news about what's going on with like Tory and Meg and all that. So it goes back to the whole time when we was talking about this every week and stuff, and it's just like, just get over it. You know what I'm saying? Just move forward. Mm-hmm. Let the news come out, and then, you know, let everybody choose their sides and just move forward. You know what I'm saying?
100%.
I'm tired of that. I'm tired of it.
100%, I get it.
You know what I'm saying? I just want them. Huh?
Go ahead.
I was just saying that the whole move forward thing, like, it's a lot of people just doing like a bunch of extra stuff right now. I feel like Nick Cannon, another one of those dudes. We was just talking about him last week, about having his sixth baby. What was it? 3 in 6 months. Mm-hmm. We just found out there's a seventh baby.
4 in 6 months.
4 babies in 6 months.
Somebody just announced their pregnancy.
Yeah, she posted the whole pregnant belly and everything. So I'm like, is he by the side of every chick when, you know, they having a baby, or
he like, I got another baby appointment at 3 o'clock. Just delivered to me.
I gotta go over to the other baby mama because she about to have a baby in about 15 hours. So I'm gonna be there, and then I'll be back here next week, you know, for when you had a baby. You know what I'm saying? Like, how do you schedule that?
I'm gonna keep it true. Like, the guy is like really wealthy. He has money and stuff. I just don't understand why you keep playing with your wealth like that. Mm-hmm. Because now you gotta take care of all these people, not counting Mariah Carey and her kids. Because I'm sure she's just like whatever. But even if it's not gonna affect him that much. It's so messy to me, man. Mm-hmm. So messy. Like, you don't use protection with anybody.
Right. And it's like, how did you let this happen so close together, if at all?
And then all the women like you could have gave me something. Like, I didn't know you was raw dogging everybody around in the community.
Right.
He is community dick. I'm sorry to say it, but community dick. We don't wife community dick, okay?
Yeah.
But yeah, my man is following in Future's footsteps, so that's good for him.
My man's following it. Future's footsteps, the toxic daddy.
Know what I'm saying? He like,
Toxic
he said, I got a record to break.
I mean, he got like, what, 11 or something?
Something like that, man. He had to have hit double digits already.
He's starting to get Rolexes for like every baby mama or something like that.
He ain't even an A-list rapper. Like, why
Who,
he
Future? He is A-list.
Not in my eyes. I think he's B-list.
Alright.
You see Future perform at the Grammys?
Yeah.
When?
I don't know. I'm pretty sure he performed with Beyonce at some point.
Was he featured?
I think he was featured, but he also did a performance at the performance at the Grammys with The Weeknd for that song Low Life.
Was that his performance? Or was
that's his song, featuring The Weeknd.
All right, you guys can correct me. Do you guys think Future's an A or B list rapper? Let me know, cause maybe I don't get me wrong. I listen to Future. I got his songs. I got his songs on my iTunes. I'm not fronting. It's just I always thought he was a B list. Like you would never be like, oh yeah, he in the running to be a legend. Not in my eyes.
Okay.
That's how I define A-list. Like he's in the running to be a legend.
Yeah, you remember when they were doing like that on that whole Mount Rushmore when they had Drake, Kendrick, and J. Cole on there? Mm-hmm. A lot of people was putting Future in that place.
Don't know why.
I mean,
they was putting Big Sean in that place too.
Because he's in my opinion, he's bigger than Big Sean.
He has a better discography and a longer discography in my opinion.
And he's also, I think he's bigger. 100%, because like he just he was already skyrocketing, and then he was like the #1 street rapper by the time like Drake decided like, yo, let's do a project together. Then they did the project, and then he shot into the stratosphere from there.
I mean,
doing tracks with Nicki Minaj, writing for Beyonce.
He could be an A-list rapper. I just on my hierarchy, I would put him at the B-list.
All right.
Just because he don't be rapping about nothing that's like powerful or deep.
He doesn't. Like, he got a song with Maroon 5.
Come on, man.
He got a song with Taylor Swift.
Maroon 5, you do that when you
Taylor Swift? You know who Taylor Swift is.
Of course I know. Who doesn't know who Taylor Swift is?
He on the same song with Taylor Swift and Ed Sheeran.
Okay.
That's A-list shit right there.
Okay.
It's A-list shit right there, yeah. 100%. I feel like he's
I'm not saying he's...
If y'all feel like he's not an A-lister, make sure y'all hit us in the comments. Let's go back and forth on this. Because I got material for days if y'all trying to do this. I feel confident we could go back and forth, and I'm coming out on top. He is an A-lister. Y'all hit me up.
So who would you put him against with versus?
Low key?
Don't do it. Don't you be disrespectful. Don't be disrespectful.
Who do you think I was gonna say?
I was gonna say Drake.
No, you can't put him against Drake. Cool. However, if he did more singing, you could put him against Chris Brown. He got enough records.
I'll give you that one.
He got enough records.
And enough big records too. I'm so shady. You know what I want to see?
What?
Future and Big Sean.
Future. That's not even fair.
You know I want to see it though.
That's not even fair.
You know
I
feel like see it,
Big Sean and like 2 Chainz is around the same level, and I would even put 2 Chainz above Big Sean.
I know. I said I'm messy.
Yeah.
Because it's the same thing I said in the last podcast with Beyonce and Mariah Carey. Right. I just want to, yeah, I think that's what I said.
You just want to see him get destroyed. I want to see Future destroy Big Sean.
The whole verse, I'm like, oh my God, I can't believe he played that against him. Like, that's so messed up. Yeah.
Yeah, man.
I'm so messy.
Straight up, yo, fuck Big Sean. I'm still beefed out with this nigga. Fuck that dude.
Headlines, JASHAR says.
You know what? I've been saying this for years. I haven't said it on the podcast. This is what happened. 2012, I released my first studio album. I was at Club Blue. It was the craziest event. You know what I'm saying?
Club Blue in downtown Detroit.
Downtown Detroit, Club Blue.
I don't even think it's there anymore.
It was a crazy event. I had an album release party there. We had a bunch of Kim Kardashians up in there, a bunch of Kelly Rowlands. It was a bunch of new-news in there. It was bad women up in there. You know what I'm saying? I did my show. I performed. There's a bunch of Kim Kardashians walking around with my CD. I was feeling good at the time. You know what I'm saying? A week later, the owner of Club Blue hit my manager up and was like, yo, y'all want some free VIP tickets to the Big Sean show? He coming here for an after party. You know what I'm saying? So we like, yeah, obviously. Let us in there. So we get the free tickets. We wind up in there. We wind up in I think we was in the lobby for a second because they was trying to deny us because we was like, yo, we got VIP tickets. And he was like, your name isn't on the list, so you don't have VIP tickets. Then the owner walk in and we was like, yo, let her know. And he was like, yeah, they got VIP tickets. We like, we out. So we went upstairs to the VIP, which I didn't even know they had an upstairs. We up in there. We wound up waiting till like almost 1 o'clock in the morning. And my homie had his birthday party down the street. And I was gonna scoot there, but I was like, I need to stay here so I can meet Big Sean. You know what I'm saying? Like, this is a big opportunity. He was big with the song Ass at the time featuring Nicki Minaj. Big song. So I'm like, all right, cool. He finally come up in the VIP at 1 o'clock in the morning. He's standing in his little booth. He literally standing like where the camera is for me right now. You know what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. I go up there to shake his hand. He look at me. He look at my hand. He look at me again. Turn back around and start pouring his bottle of Moet. And that felt so disrespectful. That actually hurt me for like that whole night. I was feeling real disrespectful after that. But his bodyguards was twice the size of me, which is kind of weird. You don't see a lot of dudes that size.
He's always struck me as kind of an arrogant guy. Probably, honestly, beyond his actual talent. Mm-hmm. Cause I actually I didn't meet him before. I was at one of his after parties before, and that's where I got to meet Tiana Taylor. But every time when I was there, like I said, I didn't really see him, but I was only there because there was stars there. Yeah. I didn't even go to the actual show. But yeah, he just always struck me as like the arrogant type. Like, yeah. You know how some people are just arrogant beyond what they're actually capable of? Yeah. That's like the most annoying arrogance to me. Like regular arrogance, I'm just like, all right, whatever. Yeah. Just like
you could put the numbers up, so I ain't got nothing to say.
Just like, you know, like Bretman Rock, they got into about David Dobrik. He said something about that. How he went up to David Dobrik at one of the shows, and he was coming to say hi at his table, and David Dobrik was like, "Who are you? What do you do?" And I'm like, "You saying that to Bretman Rock?" Like, he had no idea who he was, and I'm like, I have higher respect for Bretman Rock than I do David Dobrik. Mm. And to be completely honest, like, if we want to get down to talent, like, David can do videos. He can do videos that obviously are entertaining to the majority of the public, but if we want to go down to, like, Bretman kind of kills him. Yeah. So I was like, dude, he's like being arrogant. And I'm like, you make YouTube videos.
Right.
Like, period. Like, Bretman has all these sponsorships and stuff. He makes YouTube videos too, of course. He got really big on IG. I think that's where he initially got big. Mm-hmm. That's why I'm like, you disrespecting him, like, you're arrogant beyond your talent. Yeah. You're arrogant beyond your abilities.
I understand what you mean.
And it's so annoying. So that just reminds me of that. Like,
yeah.
Like, he just seemed like he did it for no reason. Like why wouldn't you dap with somebody that pays your bills? Right. The general public pays your bills, entertainers.
Yeah, it's like
you
can't ask somebody like, who are you? It's just like, if that person is a fan and you don't know who that person is, that person is a fan. Shake that person's hand.
Either that, you either do that or you just pretend you ain't see it. Yeah. It's not gonna hurt his feelings because he knows there's 50 million people in the club. Right. You ain't have to do that's disrespectful to me. Period.
Nah, because it was like, he definitely saw me. He definitely looked at my hand. He definitely looked in my eyes. And he definitely disrespected me. So fuck that nigga Big Sean until I meet him in real life and we have a real conversation. We ain't cool.
I feel you.
I ain't about that arrogant shit.
I think that's justified though. How you feel? Because I would be pissed off too. This is justified.
Yeah.
He's bona fide.
And speaking of arrogance, Victoria's Secret. Super arrogant. They've been super arrogant for way too long. They've been super arrogant for way too long, and they just now trying to switch some shit up. Because Rihanna, lit a fire under their ass. You know what I'm saying?
She been doing that with a lot of places.
She lit a fire under their ass. So what they did was they canceled the whole Angel situation.
Off of the Savage Fenty fashion show? Because she gets inclusive? Yeah. She did that to the makeup industry too. When she first put out Fenty Beauty, she put out a 40 shade line of foundations. Uh-huh. And then usually in the makeup industry, I know a lot of guys don't know about it. Usually when makeup brands, top makeup brands, department store brands put out a shade line, the ratio is basically like 4 to 5. So you have like, let's say we got 5 shades. 4 of them are for like Caucasian and sort of light-skinned-ish Latinos. And then the darker side is like 2-3 shades. Mm-hmm. And so like
disrespect.
I'm sorry, like 1 shade in that case. 4 to 5 ratio. 4 light, 1 dark. And that's obviously, it's a ratio, so I'm being very small when I say that. Obviously they put out more sometimes. So they go up to like 10 or something. But she was pressing makeup industries about that too. Because she put out 40 shades and all of them had different undertones to them. Mm-hmm. So it was like, oh, we all have a range where you can pick our exact color instead of trying to get something that's around it because that's all we can get. So she became inclusive in that respect too with foundations. And then now with the Savage by Fenty, we were seeing everybody. We were seeing, what's the one girl? Her name starts with a T. I just followed her. She's gorgeous. She's like the light skin and she's like a plus size model too.
Oh, okay.
It's like not Tanaya Henry. I don't know why that keeps coming to mind. I will comment below when I remember and I go look for it. But she had like a fully inclusive, all different colors and stuff like that. So yeah, Victoria's Secret gonna have to do something. They was hot like years ago, but now they stuff just
it's like
they losing.
It's like they should have been opening their eyes about this like years ago.
100%.
So it's like they just hired in a bunch of different like diverse models and stuff. I think Priyanka Chopra is one of them that they just hired, and they hired like a couple of plus size models and stuff. And they canceled the whole what was it, the whole Angel line basically, and I think it's they canceled the fashion show as well because it's like people wasn't watching there anymore because it's like, you know what I'm saying, like you don't make stuff that the normal woman could wear, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah, and a lot of times this stuff was decent. They didn't really go up to like they didn't go past D cups. Mm-hmm. They didn't go past 38 bra size, bra band size. And she's just being super inclusive, so they gonna lose 10 out of 10 times.
100%.
Tabria Majors is who I was trying to think of. She's dope.
She got it.
Yeah, so she had all those different people in there, and then it was just like she not only that, but she also had LGBTQ plus, like everybody was in there, like. And I remember wanting to do that for the brand that I was putting out, but I just taking too long. If people are taking my ideas, you right? What about? But anyways, that's super dope. I think Victoria's Secret should be doing that. It sucks that it take Savage by Fenty doing it because she's probably getting all the cheddar cheese that they could be getting.
Hopefully it's not too late for the company.
I think it is. Because like they was hot for a minute and then they start increasing the price because they knew demand was up. Mm-hmm. And then like included, and a lot of brands do this, they keep putting up the price up and then they'll start spending less on the construction of the actual material so it feels cheap now. So now it's like you paying like a bag of chips. I usually pay $1 for that. Now it's $3, and then like it's flimsy chips and it's not as much flavor on it anymore. Yeah. It's like that. And they were doing that for a minute. Yeah, and they had so many different departments in Victoria's Secret too, and they dwindled all of that down too because nobody was buying from them anymore. Especially because more brands was coming out doing lingerie, and now the most coveted, like loved persona in American entertainment industry is putting out stuff.
Sweetheart.
Well, America's sweetheart, and everybody wants to be her. Everybody wants to have her style. Mm-hmm. And she do that and be inclusive, and everybody like, oh my god, Anna, like,
right.
They're buying up the block with her stuff. So yeah, Victoria's Secret gonna have to hustle if they want to stay in business. Because I don't even shop at Victoria's Secret anymore. To be honest with you.
It might be too late. You're right. It might be too late because I feel like they should have done this 5 years ago.
Yeah, it should have.
They did this 5 years ago.
They didn't even pay attention when she first dropped it. Like, I think this is the second or third year of her fashion shows?
Yeah.
And everybody was just like, oh man, that's dope. Like what she's doing or whatever. She has performances there, I'm pretty sure. Mm-hmm. Just like Victoria's Secret stuff. She coming for their head. And she's much more of an aesthetic boss than Victoria's Secret is.
100%.
So they about to be in some trouble. And if I see Victoria's Secret do that number, I don't like turn it up. Like, I'm gonna do some weird stuff next time. I hope she does it because I want to see it.
Yeah, she like the Netflix to Blockbuster.
Yep. Once you start making people stretch their neck and start getting fidgety, like you see Victoria's Secret doing, that's when you know to turn that shit up.
Right.
Turn the volume up. Turn it up.
Turn it up.
But Another thing I wanted to kind of bring up was that today, when we're recording right now, it is Father's Day. And my man's here. This is his second Father's Day. Last Father's Day, he was like super newly a father, so I feel like it hit a little bit different this year.
Yeah.
Because of what you've been going through the past year. Super good dad. Always wants to be around his babies. Does the nicest things for his babies. He's always watching videos when we just chilling together. Super cute. Best dad ever that I've probably ever had around me. So I want to say Happy Father's Day to this guy. Please join me in saying Happy Father's Day to this guy, because it's not the black industry, or not black industry, the black culture. It's not like a huge thing for us to have like a ton of stand-up fathers, and here's one of them. So I just wanted to put that in there. I think we should roll some pictures of JASHAR with his babies in celebration of Father's Day. And yeah, that's good for us. Like, we good for the day.
Yeah.
So this is a shorter podcast, but yeah, let's end it on that note. I think I'm gonna leave it on a happy note.
Yeah, no happy note. Yeah. Make sure y'all hit subscribe. You know, like, comment,
all that good stuff.
You know, hit the bell, so we could just keep bringing this to you guys every week. Because, like we say, like every week, we have a lot of fun doing this, and we appreciate the people who hit us up when we was gone for a couple months. So make sure y'all subscribe, like, comment, and we'll catch y'all later.
Bye.